You made a move so powerful that the very ground beneath the continent trembled. A ripple that raced through corridors of power, whispering in dark rooms, awakening silent alarms in places no one dares speak of. Europe is on high alert, and you didn't even flinch. The world moves in shadows, in secrets, in quiet calculations that decide the fate of millions. But you became the storm. You didn't just act, you erupted. You didn't just plan. You executed with a precision that leaves legends questioning their courage. Every whisper, every glance, every step in the labyrinth of unseen operations now bends to the echo of your audacity. Bro, your move just shook MI6 operations across Europe. And the agents, the analysts, the watchers, they can feel it. You've reminded the world that power isn't a matter of permission or announcement. It's a matter of action, of courage, of striking when the night is darkest. And right now, as they scramble to understand what unfolded, there's only one truth they cannot deny. You moved where others feared, you acted where others hesitated, and you shook their world to its foundations. Before we go further, pause, take a breath. Feel it, the thrill, the weight, the reverberation of a decision so sharp, so final, it cannot be ignored. If you're hearing this, you're part of a rare breed, one that dares, one that steps into the void and emerges not broken, not scared, but sharpened. If this message hits you deep, make sure to like, smash that subscribe button, comment below. Let the world know you're awake, that you're seeing the fire and choosing to walk through it rather than flinch from it. You're not here to watch history. You're here to carve it, leave your mark where no one thought anyone could, and let every whisper of doubt crumble under the weight of your conviction. Look closer, and you'll see the truth of your power. It isn't in the movement alone. It's in the consequences that follow, the trembling in secret offices, the sudden sharp reassessment of every protocol, every plan, every assumption. They didn't see you coming because you weren't meant to be seen. You were meant to disrupt, to shock, to make them question everything they thought was secure. Europe's intelligence networks are spinning in circles now, untracing phantom footprints, asking questions that can't be answered because the truth moves faster than fear. And you've become that truth. There's a darkness in power that most people run from. Most people fear it, think it will consume them if they dare touch it. But you learned to wield it. Not with cruelty, not with anger, but with clarity, with precision, with a cold, unshakable vision that sees the endgame when others are still staring at the board. The fear they feel is not yours, it's theirs. Every sleepless night, every whispered warning, every sudden directive issued across the continent, it all exists because of your choice to move, to step, to act. And yet, in the heart of it, you remain untouchable, unseen, almost unreal. Because true power, real power, doesn't announce itself. It manifests. It leaves echoes, tremors, ripples, and the world follows those ripples whether it wants to or not. Think about it. The world thinks it operates on order, on rules, on carefully structured hierarchies. But you know better. The world bends to audacity, to courage, to those who act when fear screams to hesitate. MI6, Europol, shadow committees, and black ops divisions. They all live in the illusion of control, believing they can predict, can contain, can stop what they don't understand. And yet here you are, the anomaly, the spark that ignites chaos without apology, without hesitation, without leaving anything behind, but the undeniable truth that someone out there is awake. Someone moves with intent. Someone rewrites the rules in real time. That someone is you. It isn't arrogance, it's recognition. You are a storm contained in a single human form, a calculated force that reminds the world that power is not given, it's seized. And in the process of taking it, of asserting it, of acting when others tremble, you do more than disrupt operations. You redefine what is possible, what is permissible, what is inevitable. The cracks in their armor, the uncertainty in their eyes, the sleepless vigilance, they are all the evidence of your ascendancy. Europe is not just on alert. It is awake, forced to confront the fact that someone moves beyond fear, beyond protocol, beyond expectation, and that someone is not just daring, they are unstoppable. Every system, every protocol, every carefully constructed web of control is being tested now. They don't know how to respond because they've never seen someone act with this level of deliberate, unyielding precision. They'll try to predict you, to anticipate, to counter, but prediction fails against action, and action fails against vision. You hold the vision, and with it comes a responsibility that most shy from. Oh, responsibility to never hesitate, to never flinch, to understand that a single move can alter the balance of power across an entire continent. You made that move, and the shockwave will be felt for years. The legacy of it begins now. They think the world can be controlled, that every move can be anticipated, that power rests in institutions, in titles, in secrecy alone. They are wrong. Power is not a ledger. It is not measured by meetings or committees or whispered agreements. Power is an act, a moment, a decision that cannot be undone, and a presence so formidable it forces recognition whether they like it or not. And you made that decision. You made that move. One action, one step, one choice, and suddenly the air across Europe is charged, alert, tense, alive with questions that cannot be answered. MI6, those elite operatives trained to see everything, now see only shadows, echoes, footprints they cannot trace. And you are that ghost they cannot catch. Feel that weight for a moment. Let it sink. The thrill, yes, but also the responsibility. Because when the world is shaken, when systems wobble, when even the invisible forces of control hesitate, what comes next is scrutiny. They will study, they will analyze, they will try to understand. But true power, yours, is not bound by understanding. It moves faster than analysis. It thrives in the chaos it creates. You did not just act. You transcended expectation. You reminded the world that rules are constructs, and constructs are nothing before audacity. Every glance, every report, every briefing that flickers across the minds of those secretive operatives carries your imprint. They are reacting, adjusting, scrambling. But this is your terrain. Chaos is a canvas, and you are the painter who chooses the strokes that leave them guessing, unsure, aware only that the world has shifted and that the shift is permanent. It's a rare art to move in such a way that you remain unseen but unavoidable, that your presence is felt everywhere but traced nowhere. Few can wield this kind of influence, and fewer still have the courage to act when the moment calls. You did, you moved, and now the echoes of your decision will linger longer than anyone realizes, reshaping not just immediate outcomes, but the very understanding of possibility. Think about it. The most powerful forces in Europe, the networks designed to anticipate, to predict, to neutralize, are now in motion because of your move. Their alerts are rising, their strategies recalibrating, their confidence shaken. And yet, here you stand, not in fear, not in hesitation, not in retreat, but in awareness of your own capacity. The world outside may panic, may question, may scramble to respond, but you know the truth, that the real control lies in decisiveness, in understanding, in the courage to step where others freeze. You are the pivot upon which uncertainty spins. You are the anomaly that cannot be quantified, that cannot be contained, that cannot be ignored. Let's talk about impact for a moment. The tremors you've caused aren't temporary. They are foundational. Each ripple alters the way decisions will be made, the way operations will unfold, the way leaders will look at the board, at strategy, at possibility itself. They now know that one individual acting with vision and resolve can rewrite outcomes. They may try to block, to predict, to safeguard, but prediction always comes after action. And you were first. You acted, you moved, and in that, you have become an architect of new realities. One move and everything else becomes reaction. One move and the world learns, unwillingly, to account for you. And here's where it gets even more important. Fear is temporary, but reputation endures. What you've done cannot be erased from the collective memory of those who were touched by your choice, those who witnessed the tremor in secret rooms, those who scrambled to adjust to forces beyond their comprehension. This is not about glory. It's about acknowledgement, a silent recognition that someone exists who will act when it matters, someone who refuses to be dictated to by caution or tradition, someone who moves where others freeze. And you are that someone. The night is no longer empty. It carries your presence. The systems are no longer secure. They carry your imprint. Europe is alert, but you remain untouchable. And there is a profound, almost terrifying satisfaction in that knowledge. Take a moment to feel the enormity of your influence. Every decision that comes after yours, every calculation, every precaution, will now carry a trace of your impact. And this is not incidental. This is intentional. This is power manifested. Few ever understand that the true measure of influence is not what you gain, but what you alter around you. You've altered everything. They may not admit it, they may never understand it, but the universe, they, the watchers, the planners, the ones in the shadows, they all feel it. You became the point of inevitable change, the trigger that set wheels in motion. And that is not just rare, that is extraordinary. That is the mark of someone who refuses to be average, ordinary, or contained. You may wonder in the quiet of your mind what this means for you, for the days ahead. Know this, you have entered a realm where hesitation is costly, where clarity is survival, and where the strength of your vision is the only currency that matters. Those who chase safety, who cling to predictability, are already behind. Those who react slowly, who measure too long, who hesitate in the face of opportunity, are already irrelevant. You, however, have proven that to act decisively is to wield power, that to embrace consequence is to command it, and that the tremor of a single choice can echo farther than any law, any protocol, any network of observers. You are no longer just a participant. You are the force they cannot ignore. And it's not just about external power, it's internal too. The knowledge that you possess a capacity so rare, so precise, so fearless, shapes you in ways that others cannot imagine. The self-doubt that once whispered now trembles in the shadow of your own certainty. The hesitation that once loomed is now irrelevant. You have learned that movement, intentional, unyielding, fearless, is a language that communicates louder than words, that reshapes the world in ways invisible but undeniable. Every operation, every alert, every shadowed room in Europe now carries a ghost. Your decision, your audacity, your vision. And this ghost will linger, haunting every assumption, challenging every notion of control, until the world adjusts to a new reality, one in which you exist as the pivot, the spark, the unstoppable force. They are watching now, every corner of Europe alert, every system on edge, every operative wondering how one move could ripple across borders, across institutions, across decades of calculated planning. They think they can measure power, predict consequences, anticipate outcomes. But the truth is far simpler, far darker, far more thrilling. Power cannot be measured. It cannot be contained. It cannot be predicted. And you, yes, you, have become the proof. The tremor you unleashed is more than an action. It is a statement, a message that runs deeper than strategy, deeper than planning, deeper than fear itself. You are awake, aware, alive in a way that most will never experience, because most do not have the courage to act when it matters. Imagine the faces behind the closed doors, the intelligence officers, the planners, the analysts, experts in their field, trained to anticipate everything, now thrown into confusion, forced to question every assumption. Every operation, every contingency plan, every carefully constructed protocol, they are all being rewritten because of you. That is no accident. That is precision. That is mastery. And the most powerful realization is this: you did not just change outcomes, you changed minds. You have forced an entire continent's secret machinery to rethink, to pause, to acknowledge that one individual, one decision, one movement can disrupt a web that spans nations. And in that disruption, in that chaos, you are untouchable. The truth is, the world fears what it cannot control. They fear the unpredictable, the unseen, the unstoppable. And yet here you stand, undaunted, unwavering, unstoppable, because you understand that fear is only a reflection of opportunity. Fear exists to test the brave, to separate those who act from those who hesitate, to define who is willing to step into the darkness when everyone else flinches. You have stepped, you have moved, you have acted, and now every alarm, every alert, every calculated response is a recognition of your power, even if they cannot articulate it. Pause for a moment. Let yourself feel it, the magnitude of what you have done. You've shaken foundations that were supposed to be unshakable. You've rewritten rules that were believed to be immutable. You've reminded the world that control is an illusion and action is reality. And in the silence between alerts, in the shadows of secret rooms, in the moments when they realize they cannot predict your next move, you exist as a force beyond their comprehension. The weight of that knowledge could crush lesser minds, but you wield it. You carry it with clarity. You move with intent. You are a storm in a world that believes it is calm. Now understand this. True power is not about what is seen. It is about what is felt. And Europe, MI6, every corner of intelligence operations, they feel you. They feel the tremor of your action in ways they cannot trace. Every agent, every analyst, every operative now carries a question in their mind. How did this happen? Who moved so decisively? And more importantly, who is next? That is your mark. Not recognition, not applause, not fleeting acknowledgement, but impact. Real impact. The kind that reshapes minds, forces institutions to adapt, and leaves a legacy in the form of tension, anticipation, and respect that cannot be commanded, only earned. This is the moment where most falter. Most would hesitate, think twice, weigh consequences, question motives. But you have already moved. You have already crossed that invisible line that separates spectators from architects, that separates the cautious from the audacious. And that line is not just a boundary. It is a declaration. It is a statement that says, I act where others pause, I decide where others defer, I move where others hesitate. That is a kind of courage that cannot be replicated, cannot be taught, cannot be bought. It is forged in the crucible of action, in the silent understanding that the world bends only to those who dare. And you dared. Think about the implications. Every alert across Europe, every sudden recalibration of operations, every sleepless night in high-security offices is now a monument to your decision. They cannot erase it, they cannot predict it, they cannot stop it. And the most thrilling part? They will never forget it. Every file, every briefing, every post-mortem analysis will carry your ghost, your presence, your mark. You have entered a space where hesitation is irrelevant, where calculation must now bow to audacity, where every system exists only to react to your moves. You are no longer just a player. You are the variable that defines the game. And here is where it becomes almost intoxicating. The knowledge that power exists not in what you hold, but in what you inspire. You inspire fear, yes, but also respect, awareness, caution, and awe. You inspire vigilance in those who never imagined that a single action could ripple so far. You inspire recognition of possibility where once there was certainty. And that, more than any victory, more than any accolade, more than any observable result, is the essence of influence. It is the kind that changes strategy, changes thought, changes the perception of what is achievable. And you have done it effortlessly, invisibly, irreversibly. Let's dig even deeper into the psychological battlefield, because power is not just external, it is internal. Every time you acted, every calculated risk you embraced, every boundary you crossed with precision, you strengthened something within yourself. You built a mind that moves faster than fear, a presence that dominates without declaration, a force that bends reality without announcing itself. The strongest move in any game is not the one that shocks others. It is the one that reshapes the player. And you, in this moment, are both the architect of change and the embodiment of it. Every alert, every intelligence briefing, every silent acknowledgement of your impact in Europe is a reflection of your own evolution, your own awakening, your own mastery. They will try to catch you. They will try to anticipate your next step. They will attempt to write protocols, design traps, build systems meant to contain influence like yours. And yet, the greatest truth remains. You exist beyond containment. You operate beyond expectation. You move beyond prediction. For every system they design, for every barrier they erect, you will already have calculated, already have acted, already have created a new reality. The world is reactive. You are proactive. The difference between reaction and action is the difference between a spectator and a force that cannot be denied. And you have chosen to be the latter. Every moment now, Europe shifts beneath the weight of your decision. The alerts, the secret meetings, the sudden recalculations, the quiet panic, they are not mistakes. They are proof. Proof that a single deliberate act can resonate through the strongest fortresses of planning, the most secure networks of intelligence, the systems thought impenetrable. And yet here you are, untouched, unwavering, unstoppable, because the very essence of power lies not in numbers, not in infrastructure, not in protocol. It lies in decisiveness, in clarity, in understanding that the world bends only to those who move when others hesitate. Look at the ripple effects. Governments whisper, agencies scramble, operatives reassess, and yet no one can stop the inevitability of your presence in this moment. Every action you have taken creates multiple reactions. none of which they can fully predict. That is your strength. That is your gift. While they fear the unknown, you are the unknown. While they plan and counter, you act and shift. While they are bound by hesitation, you move unbound, fluid, unstoppable. And the result is simple. Every alert, every high-level warning, every recalibration of strategy is a monument to your audacity. Understand the psychological battlefield. They may be trained, experienced, hardened. They may think themselves immune to shock, immune to disruption. But no system, no training, no experience can prepare someone for an unpredictable force moving with precision, purpose, and clarity. You are that force. You are the anomaly that bends expectation, reshapes outcomes, and leaves their calculations obsolete. You are the embodiment of action. You are the manifestation of choice, executed without fear. They cannot measure you, they cannot contain you, they cannot anticipate you, and that is your ultimate power. Now pause for a moment and feel it. The tension in the air, the silent recognition in rooms they think are hidden, the trembling uncertainty in people who believed they controlled outcomes. This is your impact. It is invisible, yet undeniable. It is quiet, yet docile consuming. It is subtle, yet reshaping reality. You have moved through a world that clings to order, to predictability, to caution, and left an imprint that cannot be erased. This is the legacy of action. This is the magnitude of decisiveness. This is the power that only those willing to act when it matters can truly understand. Every alert, every recalculated operation, every sleepless analyst, every secretive meeting, they are all manifestations of your influence. And yet, for all of this chaos, you remain serene, precise, focused. The storms rage around you, but you are the calm at the center. You are not reactive. You are proactive. You are the catalyst. Every system that scrambles to contain uncertainty is only acknowledging what you already know. That action, courage, and vision are far more powerful than caution, hesitation, and fear. You acted, you moved, you became unstoppable, and now the world must bend around the consequences of your choice. Let's go even deeper into the truth of this moment. You are not defined by the alerts you triggered or the panic you caused. You are defined by your awareness, your clarity, your understanding of how one individual can alter entire systems. You have become the variable that no calculation can account for. You have become the force that challenges certainty. You have become the spark that forces adaptation, that forces reflection, that forces evolution. And in this, you are both untouchable and unforgettable. Every operative who studies this event, every analyst who reviews every detail, every leader who reassesses strategy, they will all carry the memory of your audacity, whether they realize it or not. The most powerful part of all this is internal, because no one else can take this from you. The knowledge of what you are capable of, the understanding that your move reshaped entire networks, the clarity that you can act when others hesitate. This is yours. It is untouchable, it is indestructible, it is eternal. And with this awareness comes a responsibility that most will never understand: to act decisively, to remain vigilant, to move with clarity, to wield influence with precision. You are no longer bound by fear or hesitation. You are free. Free to step, to strike, to shape outcomes. Free to become a force that cannot be denied. Free to be the storm that everyone else reacts to. And now consider the final truth. Every system, every operation, every agent who thought they controlled outcomes, every secret network across Europe, they now operate in a world where your action has shifted reality. They will spend months, years, perhaps decades, trying to understand it, to anticipate it, to replicate it, and they will fail. Because the truth is simple. One decisive move cannot be unmade. One decisive move changes everything. One decisive move creates a legacy. And you, in this moment, are the embodiment of that truth. You are the reminder that courage, precision, and vision are far more powerful than bureaucracy, planning, or fear. You are the anomaly. You are the force. You are unstoppable. So rise. Stand in the weight of your own impact. Feel the tremor you caused. Embrace the power you wield. Know that Europe is alert, that the world is awake, that the networks thought untouchable are now scrambling because you dared. And in all of this, remember, your move was not just action. It was mastery, not just disruption. It was inevitability, not just courage. It was transformation. You have rewritten the rules, redefined possibility, reshaped reality. And the echoes of this moment will follow you, inspire you, and remind you forever that power is not given. Power is taken. And you have taken it without hesitation, without apology, and without fear. Every pulse, every heartbeat, every shadow across Europe now carries the memory of your decision. Secret corridors, silent offices, high-level meetings, they all echo with the tremor you created. MI6 operatives, intelligence analysts, even political leaders. They may never see you, but they feel your presence in every recalibration, in every sudden alert, in every sleepless night they spend trying to regain control of what is no longer controllable. They think they can adapt. They think they can prepare. They think they can predict. But you've already moved. You are always ahead. The difference between you and them is not knowledge. It is action. You understand that anticipation is irrelevant against decisiveness, and decisiveness is unstoppable. Let it sink in. This is not temporary. This is not a fleeting ripple. The influence you've unleashed will be studied, analyzed, and felt for years. Every system across Europe, every network thought unassailable, every secret protocol, they are all reacting to you. You have rewritten their reality. And the most terrifying, exhilarating part? They cannot touch you. They cannot reach you. They cannot predict the next moment because you exist in a space beyond calculation. You have become the variable that no logic, no plan, no contingency can contain. You are freedom, power, and unpredictability wrapped into one unstoppable force. Think about the minds now trying to track you, to anticipate your moves. Their training tells them to expect patterns, to predict behavior, to operate within limits. But you have shattered all of that. You have become an anomaly in a world that clings to order. Every operation they launch is a reaction. Every alarm is an acknowledgement of your power. Every recalculated plan is proof that you exist on a level beyond prediction. You are the storm they did not see coming, and in every corner where they thought themselves safe, your influence now lurks, unseen but undeniable. And here is the secret they will never understand. Power is not in force. Power is in awareness. Power is in presence. Power is in knowing the consequences of action before others even conceive of them. They may have resources, manpower, and strategy, but you have vision, clarity, and courage. Vision to see the cracks before they appear, clarity to act decisively, and courage to move when everyone else freezes. That is why you are untouchable. That is why Europe is trembling. That is why MI6 and every intelligence network must acknowledge, even in silence, that someone out there does not fear the night, does not bow to structure, does not yield to expectation. Someone out there has become inevitability, and that someone is you. Feel it. Let yourself embrace it. The world is watching, even if they cannot see you. Every alert, every recalibration, every shadowed meeting is a tribute to your audacity. And yet, unlike them, you are not constrained. You are not reacting. You are creating. You are dictating reality in ways no system, no protocol, no hierarchy could ever replicate. Every tremor you have unleashed carries not just consequences. It carries a reminder of what courage, clarity, and action can accomplish. Europe is on high alert because you reminded the world that one person, acting with intent, can outmaneuver an entire continent's defenses. That is not chaos. That is mastery. Let's go further. The true power of your move is internal. Yes, the world reacts, but what you carry within yourself is far greater. You have touched a level of awareness most only dream of. You have crossed a threshold where hesitation is impossible, where fear is irrelevant, where clarity dictates every step. That inner mastery cannot be shaken, cannot be stolen, cannot be countered. Every move you make now is amplified by the knowledge that you can act with precision in the darkest, most chaotic situations, that your decisions shape outcomes beyond comprehension, and that the tremors of your choice echo far beyond the visible consequences. You are not just influencing Europe. You are redefining what action itself means. Consider this. Every operative, every analyst, every planner scrambling to respond to your move is experiencing the same reality. They exist in reaction to you. You are the pivot around which uncertainty rotates, the force that transforms hesitation into acknowledgement, the presence that turns predictability into impossibility. And yet, for all this influence, you remain calm, focused, intentional. The storm rages around you, but you are the eye, the still center where power is understood, controlled, and wielded with precision. That is mastery. That is dominance. That is ultimate freedom. And now think about the legacy you are creating. Legacy is not about recognition. It is not about applause. It is about influence, consequence, and the knowledge that your action reshaped a world that thought itself unshakable. Every protocol rewritten, every alarm triggered, every high-level recalibration. It is a monument to your audacity, your clarity, your mastery. They may never admit it, they may never understand it, but the impact is undeniable. You have become the benchmark by which others measure risk, action, and courage. You have become the reminder that the line between order and chaos is thin, and that those who dare can walk it with purpose, precision, and control. Europe is awake. MI6 is alert. Networks are on edge. And you are beyond reach. You are beyond control. You are beyond fear. Every consequence that unfolds, every sleepless night they endure, every recalculated strategy, they are all your mark.